Hello everyone, welcome back to Crack Redbeat to another session of PIB. So today we are going to discuss some important news article from 15th of January, and don't worry about the backlogs, we will cover it soon. So be patient and let's discuss the first news. So the first news says that IMD has celebrated its 150 years of its establishment, where it celebrated at New Delhi. So some basic facts about IMD, that it was established in the year of 1975. Okay, you should remember this thing. It is headquartered at where? It is headquartered at New Delhi, and the first director of IMD was Sir John Elliott, and you have to tell me in the comment box the current director of IMD. Okay, and on the celebration of its 150th year, there was some major announcements. So let's discuss those announcements. First thing, IMD launched its theme song, which was based on the principle of Sarvajan Hitya, Sarvajan Sukhya. That means IMD is committed to what? IMD is committed to the welfare of all. That is, IMD is committed for the welfare of all the citizens of the country. Okay? So the next thing they launched, was indigenously developed decision support system. Okay, and what is the name of this decision support system? The name is Weather Analysis and Forecast Enabling System. Okay, basically this support system will basically help authorities to make informed decision with respect to the severe weather phenomena and the impact in the society. Okay, it is inspired by Panch Mahabhuta. You should remember this. Panch means basically 5. So these Panch Mahabhutas are water, air, fire, earth and sky. Okay, and it also provides real-time information for various sectors such as urban, power, hydrology, health, energy, agriculture, transport and tourism, etc. Okay, so it will help in making informed decisions, okay, related to the severe weather phenomena. So the third thing they launched was the National Framework of Climate Service. Okay, it is basically a guidelines that has been launched by IMD. Basically with the help of this framework, IMD wants that each and every citizen of the country, each and every businessman of the country, each and every farmers of the country uses climate related data. But why? They should use climate related data to ensure that our India, that is our Bharat, is weather ready and climate smart. Okay? So the next important thing, they launched this Panchayat Mausam Seva portal for farmers. Okay? So this portal has been launched by IMD, okay, in collaboration with Ministry of Panchayati Raj, okay, and Green Alert Mausam Seva. Okay? So remember this fact that it has been launched by IMD in collaboration with Ministry of Panchayati Raj and Green Alert Mausam Seva. Basically, with the help of this portal, IMD wants to provide weather-related data, climate-related data to every panchayat, so that the weather forecast related information, is available at every village. Okay? And this portal will provide information in English, Hindi, and 12 other regional languages. Okay? Next important thing that IMD launched was, first thing, there is one mobile app of IMD, that is Mausam. Okay? What this mobile app Mausam do? It basically provides us weather related information for every hour to 7 days. Okay? And it basically provides information from 7 hours to 7 days. You should remember this fact that it will provide you information till 7 days. Okay, and it will provide you information in 12 Indian languages. Okay, and under this mobile app, there is a feature has been launched that is named as Mausam Gram. Its name is Mausam Gram. Basically, this feature has been launched for general public, for the public like us. Those who can use this feature, public can use this feature to basically view observations, forecasts and warnings for their location. ठीक है, आप अपनी लोकेशन का जो भी वेदर रिलेटेड डेटा है वो जान सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ मैप, with the help of pin codes, with the help of coordinates, and the forecast will be available on an hourly basis, 3 hourly basis, 6 hourly basis, up to next 10 days. ठीक है, you should remember the fact that मौसम app will provide you information up to a period of 7 days. ठीक है, now मौसम ground feature will provide you information up to 10 days. ठीक है, as I told you about the IMD in starting, so let's move forward. Next important news says the discussion paper has been launched by Niti Aayog. The discussion paper on multi-dimensional index has been launched by Niti Aayog. So first let's discuss what is multi-dimensional poverty. So basically multi-dimensional poverty means we are looking at poverty, we are recognizing the people who are poor from multiple dimensional perspective, not from only monetary perspectives. Okay? Multi-dimensional perspective means from a health perspective, from education perspective, from nutrition perspective. Okay? And so remember this fact that technical inputs in this paper has been provided by whom? By Oxford Policy Human Development Initiative and UNDP. ठीक है, so technical inputs for this discussion paper has been provided by whom? Oxford Policy and Human Development Initiative and UNDP. ठीक है, remember this fact. Now let's discuss some key findings. Now let's discuss some key findings of this discussion paper because it is very important for your exam. ठीक है, so it says since 2005-2006 India has registered a decline in multidimensional poverty index from 29.17% to 11.28% in 2022-2023. That means around it is a reduction of 17.89%. That means earlier in 2013-14 the 29.17% of the population were in the category of multidimensional poverty, but now this percentage has reduced to what? To reduce to 11.2%, 11.28%, and it is a reduction of 17.89%. ठीक है, and which means that 24.8 crore population has escaped the multidimensional poverty. ठीक है, and so this index has 12 indicators and it shows that there was a significant improvement in all of the 12 indicators. ठीक है, so and another important fact is which state saw the largest decline in multiple dimensional poverty index? So this state is Uttar Pradesh. ठीक है, Uttar Pradesh saw the largest decline in multidimensional poverty, and then it is followed by Bihar, and then it is followed by Madhya Pradesh. You should remember this fact because it can be asked that which states saw the largest decline in multidimensional poor in the country. So first state is UP, second is Bihar, and third is MP. ठीक है, now as I told you that 17% was reduction and 24.82 crore people escaped from multidimensional poverty index. ठीक है, this paper also shows that there is a pace of decline in poverty headcount ratio. Now what is poverty headcount ratio? So poverty headcount ratio means the percentage of population that is basically living below national poverty line. ठीक है, कह रहे the pace of decline in poverty headcount ratio is much faster between 2015-16 to 2029-21 because in this period there was the rate of decline was 10.66%. ठीक है, and it was much faster than which period? This period 2005-6 to 2015-16 when it was declining at an annual rate of 7.69%. ठीक है, so as we discussed about the discussion paper, let's discuss about its static part. ठीक है, so National Multidimensional Poverty Index, it is released by whom? It is released by Niti Aayog. ठीक है, first National Multidimensional Poverty Index was launched by Niti Aayog in 2021. ठीक है, so you should remember these two facts that it is released by Niti Aayog and it was first released in 2021. ठीक है, now So India's national multidimensional poverty index basically has 3 dimensions, that is health, education and standard of living, which is further categorized into 12 sub indicators. ठीक है, and this says that our national multidimensional poverty index has retained the 10 indicators of global multidimensional poverty index. So let's briefly understand this first. So there is one global multidimensional poverty index. ठीक है, it has three dimensions, that is health, education and standard of living. ठीक है, now India's, and it has further sub 10 indicators. ठीक है, now India's multidimensional poverty index, which is known as national multidimensional poverty index, it has also 3 dimensions similar to this, that is health, education and standard of living. ठीक है, that is health, education and standard of living. ठीक है, and it has 10 sub indicators, but in India's national multidimensional poverty index there are 12 indicators, there are 12 sub indicators. ठीक है, the 10 indicators of global multidimensional poverty index is retained by India in this. That means the 10 indicators are same in both these things. ठीक है, the 2 additional indicators has been added by NITI Aayog, and the name of these 2 indicators are maternal health and bank accounts. ठीक है, I hope you got the difference between these 2 index, that is global multidimensional poverty index and national multidimensional poverty index. There is a difference of only 2 indicators that is added by NITI Aayog, that is maternal health and bank accounts. ठीक है, I hope you got this point. ठीक है, so now let's discuss about those indicators. ठीक है, the indicators of national multidimensional poverty index are this. As I told you, this first dimension is health. So under health there is sub indicators, that is nutrition, child and adolescent mortality, maternal health, which is added by NITI Aayog. It is not in the global multidimensional poverty index. ठीक है, now the next is education. Education dimension, the sub indicators are year of schooling and school attendance. ठीक है, the third dimension is standard of living. ठीक है, third dimension is standard of living, and the sub indicators are cooking fuel, sanitation, drinking water, housing, electricity, assets and bank accounts. And again I am repeating the fact that bank account has been added by NITI Aayog. It is not in the global multidimensional poverty index. ठीक है, because this fact is little different. It can be asked in the exam and it can be asked in phase 1 and phase 2 both. ठीक है, now when an individual is considered as multidimensional poor, when he basically scores around 33.33% in the multidimensional poverty index, then that person will be considered as multidimensional poor. ठीक है, so as I told you, the first report of National Multidimensional Poverty Index was released in 2021 by NITI Aayog. ठीक है, so the second index was launched in 2023 by whom? By NITI Aayog. So now let's briefly discuss some highlights of national national multidimensional poverty index, because it was released in 2023 and there was no question related to in RBI grade B 2023. So there is a chance that it can be asked in the 2024 paper. ठीक है, so let's discuss. So this says that around 135 million people, this says that around 135 million people escaped multidimensional poverty during 2015-16 to 2019-2021. ठीक है, and the poverty headcount ratio, that means the number of population that is living below the national poverty line, has reduced from 24.85% in 2015-16 to 14.96% in 2019-2021, and it has further reduced, and it has now further reduced to 11.2% something in 2022-2023. ठीक है, and this report also said that reduction in incidence of poverty in urban areas was 8.65% to 5.7 5.25%. And yes, the fastest decline was shown in the rural areas. You should remember this fact that the fastest decline was in the rural area. And this report also said the intensity of poverty, that means the average deprivation among the people living in multinational poverty improved by what? From 47.14% to 44.39% in 2019-2021. And the discussion paper also highlighted that UP, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh saw largest decline in multidimensional poor in their states, and even in the second national multidimensional poverty index, the states were the same that saw the largest decline. That was UP, followed by Bihar, followed by Madhya Pradesh, saw the steepest decline in multidimensional poor in their states. Okay? Now let's move forward. Another important fact that this report states that India is on a track to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal target 1.2. What this target says? This target basically wants every country to reduce their multidimensional poverty by half by 2030. You should remember that this target, that is Sustainable Development Goal target number 1.2 states that every country has to reduce the multidimensional poverty by at least half by 2030. Okay? You should remember this fact because it can be asked in the exam, and I hope you guys know that Sustainable Development Goal number 1 talks about no poverty. Okay? That's why it is the target as it is 1 and it is 1.2. This shows that 1.2 means the 1.2 target states that reduce multidimensional poverty by half. Okay? Next news says Prime Minister posts rendition of classical Carnatic song. Rendition means performance. So the name of this Carnatic song is Paluka Bangaram Maina. I am very sorry if I am pronouncing it wrong. Okay? So the name is Paluke Bangaram Maine. Okay? And it is performed by Dr. M. Bala Murali Krishna. Okay? So it is only important for your phase 1. So just remember this fact. Okay? The next news is India's export data by Ministry of Consumer of Commerce and Industry. ठीक है? So in this news, यहाँ पे बहुत explanation की जरूरत नहीं है. There is only data facts that you should remember. ठीक है? So first data says that India's merchandise exports has improved by 0.96%. ठीक है? In December 2022, India was exporting around $38.08 billion merchandise, but now in December 2023, India exported $38.45 billion of merchandise export. So it is a good sign that India has improved by 0.96% in the whole 1 year. Okay? And the major contributors to export growth was engineering goods, iron ore, gems and jewelry, electronic goods and drugs, and pharmaceutical. Okay? So these two facts you have to remember, that it improved by 0.96% over December 2022. Okay? And the major contributors were these goods: engineering goods, iron ore products, gems and jewelry, electronic goods and drugs, and pharmaceuticals. Okay? Because only these two things can be asked in the examination. Okay? These data is not very much important. Just go through it once. That's it. It is just for your reference. ठीक है? कि क्या हो रहा है इसमें, कितना improvement हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, decline हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. ठीक है? It is not very much important. Now let's talk about services trade. ठीक है? Services trade is the estimate value of services export has basically declined. कैसे? क्योंकि हम December 2022 में we were doing service export of $31.19 billion. ठीक है? But now in December 2023 we only exported $27.88 billion of service. ठीक है, so it is a basically it is a decline in service export, and the value of service import has also declined from $15.81 billion to $13.25 billion, and it is also a decline, but it is a good sign that we are importing less and we are basically saving our foreign exchange reserve. ठीक है. Now this news says that agricultural exports continue to grow in December. Basically एग्रीकल्चर का जो ग्रोथ है वो अभी हमारा अच्छा जा रहा है, इट इज बेसिकली शोइंग ग्रोथ. ठीक है, सो टोबैको हैज कंट्रीब्यूटेड 38.94% ऑफ ग्रोथ, मीट एंड डेयरी पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट्स 29.76% एंड स्पाइसेस 27.68% एंड फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल 25.36%. Obviously you don't have to remember this percentage, just remember this data, that tobacco is on top, then meat, dairy product, then spices, then fruits and vegetables. ठीक है, so overall trade deficit जो है हमारा वो पहले से improve हुआ है. क्यों improve हुआ है? क्योंकि हमने थोड़ा सा export ज्यादा किया है and import कम किया है. Now what is trade deficit? ठीक है, trade deficit is nothing but export, it is basically export minus import, and when deficit happens, when we import more and export less. ठीक है, but India's overall trade deficit during April-December improves by 35.87%. ठीक है, so this is a good sign that India is improving. ठीक है, merchandise trade deficit, और अब यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं merchandise trade deficit की. So merchandise trade deficit में हमारे क्या आएंगे? Basically merchandise का import minus merchandise export minus merchandise import. ठीक है, and here it is deficit but why? Because we import more and export less. ठीक है, but now merchandise trade deficit has also improved by 11.45%. Why it has improved? Because we have done more merchandise export and we have reduced our merchandise imports. ठीक है, and India's overall export basically has a negative growth from the last year, that is 4.25% over December 2022. Overall exports में क्या आ रहे हैं हमारे? merchandise and service growth. ठीक है, and overall import भी जो है इंडिया का, it has shown a negative growth of 7.18%. It is a good thing because this shows that we are importing less. ठीक है, and importing less and exporting more is a desirable situation for any country because this helps in saving us our precious foreign exchange reserve. ठीक है, and this also promotes manufacturing activity in the country. ठीक है, now this data also talked about overall trade during April and December. So India's overall exports that includes merchandise and services shows what? Shows negative growth over April-December 2022, negative growth of 1.87%. ठीक है, negative growth of 1.87%. ठीक है, and overall import in December which also shows the negative growth of 7.24%. ठीक है, इस न्यूज में सिर्फ डेटा फैक्ट्स थे, इसलिए इतना कुछ समझाने वाला नहीं था. यू जस्ट नीड टू गो थ्रू दीज डेटा फैक्ट्स. यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर ईच एंड एवरी डेटा. जस्ट रिवाइज दिस थिंग few times so that even if it is asked in the examination you can recall it. ठीक है, now the next news says Prime Minister receives a copy of Pranab My Father a Daughter Remembers. ठीक है, so the book name is, it is a book that is named as Pranab My Father a Daughter Remembers. You should remember the name of this book and who is the author. This is the most important fact here. You should remember the author name is Shamishta Mukherjee, who is a Pranab Mukherjee's daughter. ठीक है, and this kind of news will only be asked in your phase 1, that suppose they will give you the name of this book and they will ask you the name of the author. ठीक है, now next news is index numbers of wholesale price in India for the month of December. Basically all India wholesale price index for the month of December has been launched. ठीक है, so in the month of December the all India wholesale price index was in the positive side at 0.73%. Why it was positive? Because of the increase in prices of food articles, machinery, equipment and other manufacturing products. ठीक है, now wholesale, let's talk about wholesale price index. For example, let's talk about wholesale price index. ठीक है, so wholesale price index का base year क्या होता है? 2011 and 12. Who releases this wholesale price index? It is released by DPIIT. ठीक है, you should remember these two facts, and it has three components. ठीक है, it has three components, that is manufactured products, primary articles, food and fuel. ठीक है, basically the all India wholesale price index shows the kind of the level of inflation at from the wholesale perspective, from basically from the supply side perspective. It shows the amount of raw material or the things that the wholesalers are getting, वो कितने प्राइस से बढ़ रहा है या डिक्रीज हो रहा है. ठीक है, कि कितना इन्फ्लेशन चल रहा है हमारे होलसेल साइड, होलसेल मार्केट में, यानी कि सप्लाई साइड में. ठीक है, so this shows, as I told you, that wholesale price index has three components: primary articles, fuel and power and manufactured products, which has the highest weight of 64.23%. You should remember this fact, and this fact also, that fuel and power has weightage of least weightage, that is 13.15%, and primary article weight is 22.62%. ठीक है, so here it shows that primary article, the index for this major group declined by 2.14%, and for fuel and power it is also declined by 0.71%, and for manufactured products it is decreased by 0.21%. ठीक है, next is WPI food index. Food index, basically in this food index they basically the food articles of primary article group and the food products of manufactured groups are taken into consideration under the WPI food index. ठीक है, and this shows there is an increase of 4.69% in the WPI food index. ठीक है, remember this fact that under WPI food index the food articles from the primary articles and food products from manufactured products are taken into consideration to determine WPI food index. ठीक है, and October month का final release हुआ है, which shows that for the month of October the WPI index was on the negative side, that is 0.26%. ठीक है, I told you about this basic, that WPI is released by DPIIT. It basically shows the inflation rate from the supply side perspective. ठीक है, and it's base year 2011 and 12. The components, there are three components, that is primary article which weight is 22.62%, fuel and power which weight is 13.15%, and manufactured products which weight is 64.23%. ठीक है, तो मैन्युफैक्चर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स को हम सबसे ज्यादा वेट देते हैं. यू शुड रिमेंबर दिस फैक्ट. देन प्राइमरी आर्टिकल, देन द लीस्ट वेटेज इज गिवन टू द फ्यूल एंड पावर सेक्टर. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट न्यूज सेज इंडिया पोस्ट पेमेंट बैंक सेलिब्रेट्स माइलस्टोन अचीवमेंट ऑफ 8 करोड़ कस्टमर्स. ठीक है, so India Post Payment Bank celebrates the milestone of 8 crore customers. Here the news is not very much important, but let's discuss some basic about India Post Payment Bank. First of all, why India Post Payment Bank was established? Basically, India Post Payment Bank was established to increase the reach of banking services to each and every citizen of the country. ठीक है, so it was established in 2018 under the Department of Post, Ministry of Communication. You should remember these two facts, and remember this fact also, that 100% equity is owned by the government of India. ठीक है, and it basically wants to promote paperless, cashless and presence-less banking in simple and secure manner. ठीक है, to each and every citizen of the country. And remember this fact that India Post Payment Bank provides banking services in 13 languages. ठीक है, in 13 languages. You should remember this fact. ठीक है, Now the next news is Leadership Management Development Program, title Leadership in Panchayats for Strategic Rural Transformation, that is LEAP Start. So this program is Leadership in Panchayats. As the name of this program tells its objective. Basically, it's a program of Ministry of Panchayati Raj that wants to develop leadership skill among whom? Among the representatives of grassroots level. ठीक है? So basically, this scheme is launched by whom? Ministry of Panchayati Raj. At where? At IIM Ahmedabad. ठीक है? This scheme is launched for whom? For elective representatives and functionaries of Panchayati Raj institutions, and the MAU has been signed between whom? IIM Ahmedabad and Ministry of Panchayati Raj, basically to enhance the leadership and management capacity of these elected representatives. ठीक है? Now only this information is important in this news. ठीक है? Let's move to the next news. Next news says 36th edition of Indo-Thai Coordinated Patrol. So in this kind of news, you just have to remember few facts. For example, you have to remember this. This is the 36th Coordinated Patrol. Between whom? Between India and Thailand. ठीक है? Between India and Thailand. And what is the name of this patrol? Corpet. ठीक है? The question can be asked from only these three facts. Corpet is a coordinated patrol by which countries? India and Thailand. ठीक है? And which edition? 36th edition. ठीक है? And there is also a Indo-Thai bilateral naval exercise. ठीक है? Which is named as Ex-Ayutthaya. ठीक है? You should remember that India Thailand की bilateral naval exercise का नाम क्या है? Ex-Ayutthaya. जिसका मतलब क्या होता है? Invincible one or undefeatable. That means जिसको कोई हरा नहीं सकता है. ठीक है? So only these 2-3 facts that I told you is important in this news. And now why India basically coordinates with different countries in Indian Ocean region? Basically to enhance, basically to what? To enhance the security in the Indian Ocean region and to realize the government's vision of Sagar, that is security and growth for all in the region, that we want to promote the security and growth in the region of Indian Ocean region. ठीक है? Now the next news is that India signs an agreement for lithium exploration and mining project. This news is important. ठीक है? So this agreement has been signed between India and Argentina. ठीक है? Remember this fact. This agreement has been signed between India and Argentina. ठीक है? For what? Basically to explore and develop 5 lithium blocks. ठीक है? Basically to develop 5 lithium blocks in Catamarca province of Argentina. ठीक है? India basically wants to explore and develop lithium blocks. ठीक है? At Catamarca province of Argentina. ठीक है? And from India, the organization that will collaborate is Khanij Videsh India Limited, that is Kabil, which comes under the Ministry of Mines. ठीक है? And it will collaborate with Argentina's Catamarca Minera del Estado. ठीक है? This is Camian Se. So from India, the Kabil will participate, the Kabil will coordinate, and from Argentina, Camian Se will coordinate. ठीक है? They will basically explore and develop 5 lithium blocks in Catamarca province, and this will cover area of around 15,703 hectares, and the project cost is approximately 200 crores. ठीक है? Now how this agreement will help India? Basically this agreement will help India in developing more energy transition, basically in developing more efficient energy system. ठीक है? That will also help in diversifying our supply chains. ठीक है? And why Argentina? Why we have chosen Argentina for lithium exploration? Because Argentina is a part of lithium triangle along with Chile and Bolivia. Lithium triangle basically means in this triangle lithium रिजर्व सबसे ज्यादा मिलते हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में. ठीक है? एंड जो अर्जेंटीना है इसके पास सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट लिथियम रिसोर्सेज हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इंडिया हैज साइंड द एग्रीमेंट विद अर्जेंटीना. ठीक है? फॉर द एक्सप्लोरेशन ऑफ lithium. Now the next news is monthly report for centralized pension grievance redress and monitoring system. ठीक है, so this basically centralized pension grievance redress and monitoring system is a basically web enabled grievance redress system which is used by the central government pensioners to basically to file their grievances, to raise their grievances. ठीक है, and there's a report which shows that during from January 2023 to December 2023, 78,018 grievances were received, and out of which 72,453 grievances were redressed, and there is a pendency of 8,940 cases, and majority of the grievances were for the departments like Principal Controller of Defense Accounts, for Department of Ex-Servicemen Welfare and Department of Financial Services. ठीक है, this is an important fact that the major grievances were related to these departments. ठीक है, and the average grievance redressal time was 27 days. That means the organizations have taken around 27 days to redress the grievances of the central pensioners. ठीक है. Now the next news says new rules to facilitate bulk consumers and energy storage system for getting connected to the grid easily at a faster pace. So Ministry of basically yes, so the Ministry of Power, ठीक है, so Ministry of Power under the provisions of Electricity Act 2003 has released new rules, ठीक है, for bulk buyers. ठीक है, and what it will do, it will basically promote ease of doing business in the country. So now let's look at these new rules. There is no need of much explanation in this news. ठीक है, the new rule about license says that if you are a generating company or a person that wants to set up captive generating plant, energy storage system, or a consumer having a load not less than of 25 megawatt in case of interstate transmission, that means within a state you want to transmit your electricity from one place to another, and 10 megawatt in case of intrastate, that means from one state to another state, then you will not be required to take a license. ठीक है, so the new rule says if you want to set up, so the new rule says if you want to set up captive generating energy storage system and consumers, ठीक है, तो you will not be required to take license. ठीक है, for what? For establishing, operating or maintaining such grid. ठीक है. Now the next rule is about additional surcharge. ठीक है. So the rule says that if you are a person who has availed the general network access or open access, so the additional surcharge will be eliminated. ठीक है, if you are a person who has availed the general network access or open access, then your additional surcharge will be reduced and will be eliminated within a period of 4 years. That within a 4-year period your additional surcharge will be eliminated and you don't have to pay any surcharge further. ठीक है, and the next thing says additional surcharge will be applicable in this case if you have availed the general network access, then your surcharge will be eliminated. But now this says additional surcharge will be applicable only for those who were open access consumers, जिन्होंने who were open access consumers who are or have been consumers of the concerned distribution licensee. That means if you are an open access consumer of distribution licensee, you have to pay the additional surcharge. ठीक है. So the next rule is about tariff. It talks about tariff. So this rule states that first of all, there shall not be any gap between what? Between approved annual revenue requirement and estimated annual revenue रिक्वायरमेंट, ठीक है। सो ये कह रहे हैं कि कोई भी गैप नहीं होना चाहिए अप्रूव्ड एनुअल रेवेन्यू रिक्वायरमेंट में एंड एनुअल रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम अप्रूव्ड टैरिफ, ठीक है, एक्सेप्ट इन नेशनल कैलामिटी कंडीशंस। ऑब्वियसली under some different circumstances the gap can occur, ठीक है। बट कह रहे हैं कि अगर ऐसा कुछ गैप आ भी जाए तो it should not be more than 3% of the approved annual requirement, ठीक है। So this rule says कि कोई गैप नहीं होना चाहिए आपके अप्रूव्ड एनुअल रेवेन्यू रिक्वायरमेंट में, एनुअल रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम अप्रूव्ड टैरिफ में, ठीक है। और अगर ऐसा कुछ गैप आ भी जाता है तो इट शेल नॉट बी मोर देन 3% ऑफ व्हाट फॉर अप्रूव्ड एनुअल रेवेन्यू रिक्वायरमेंट, ठीक है। आई नो इट इज बिट टेक्निकल बट जस्ट रिमेंबर फ्यू थिंग्स एंड just watch this video twice, then you will be able to guess the answers in the examination, ठीक है। And this rule and the rule related to tariff also says that if there is such gap, ठीक है, if there is such that, then with late payment surcharge you have to pay the tariff within a maximum period of 3 years. That means if the such gap occurs, then you have to pay the tariff within a period of maximum 3 years, ठीक है। Now this rule also states that at the time of promulgation of these rules, basically जब ये rules बने हैं, अगर इस टाइम पे आपके पास कोई रेवेन्यू गैप है, जैसे अभी कोई कंपनीज हैं उनके पास है रेवेन्यू गैप, तो वो क्या करें आप, बेसिकली उनको गवर्नमेंट 7 years का टाइम दे रही है, ठीक है। आपको मिलेगा मैक्सिमम 7 नंबर ऑफ इक्वल ईयरली इंस्टॉलमेंट। दैट मीन्स यू कैन पे योर टैरिफ मैक्स फॉर अ मैक्सिमम पीरियड ऑफ 7 years। आपको विद इन अ पीरियड ऑफ 7 years यू हैव टू पे द टैरिफ रेट, ठीक है। मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पावर ने एक इंपॉर्टेंट बात करी कि जो लॉसेज होते थे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनीज के, द लॉसेज ऑफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनीज हैड रिड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम 27% इन 2014 टू 15.41% इन 2022-2023, ठीक है। दिस इज अ इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट, इट कैन बी यूज इन द डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है। So the next news is Railway Protection Force recovered stolen railway property worth rupees 12.48 crores with the arrest of 12,099 offenders in 2023. This fact is not very much important, ठीक है। You just have to remember the property worth of this and approximately 12,000 offenders were arrested, ठीक है। So Railway Protection Force was set up under the act of the Railway Protection Force Act 1957 under Ministry of Railways. So Railway Protection Force has a duty to secure basically railway property and the passengers of the railways, ठीक है। So there are certain important operations of Railway Protection Force. These operations were given in the PIB, so that's why I am discussing it, ठीक है। So this operation, the first operation is Operation Uplabh. Uplabh means availability. So this operation wants to eliminate the practice of toting, ठीक है। So remember this fact that Operation Uplabh is for elimination of the practice of toting, ठीक है। Now the next operation is Operation Nanhe Farishte, ठीक है। Its name suggests that Nanhe Farishte, that means this operation is for basically children's, ठीक है। This operation is performed by Railway Protection Force to rescue children under distress, ठीक है। Next operation is Operation Ahat. This operation is performed by RPF to fight against human trafficking, ठीक है। In these kind of operations, you just have to remember the name and what is the objective of that operation. That's it. Only this thing will be asked in the examination, even if it is asked, ठीक है। So the next operation is Operation Narcos, ठीक है। So Operation Narcos, as its name suggests, it wants to prevent the smuggling of narcotics through railways, ठीक है। Next is Operation Mahila Suraksha. Name suggests Mahila means women, Suraksha means security. It is basically to provide safety and security to lady passengers, ठीक है। Next is Operation Matri Shakti. It is basically to help pregnant women, ठीक है। This operation will help pregnant women, ठीक है। Next is Operation Rail Suraksha. As its name also suggests its basic objectives, that is, it's to safeguard railway property. Rail Suraksha, Suraksha means security. So Railway Protection Force wants to ensure railway property security. ठीक है. Second is this mission is Jeevan Raksha. That means Jeevan means what? Life, and Raksha means security. So this mission is basically for to save the life of passengers. ठीक है. Next is Operation Amanat. Amanat means something which is very precious for us, and as a passenger, our belongings and our luggage is very precious. So Railway Protection Force performs this operation just to help Railway Protection Force basically secure the belongings of the passengers and restore them to the rightful owner. ठीक है. Now is Operation Violet. Violet basically you can think it from the perspective. Just think about wild means wildlife. So basically this operation is conducted to prevent the illegal trade of wildlife through railways. ठीक है. Then is Operation Yatri Suraksha. Yatri means passengers and Suraksha means security, to ensure the security of passengers. ठीक है. Next is Operation Seva. Seva means service. So service basically RBI personnel assist the elderly citizens, women, physically disabled and sick and injured persons. ठीक है. And this operation is Operation Sun Raksha. It is basically for the safety of rail operations. ठीक है. Next is Operation Janadesh. Janadesh basically this operation is specifically conducted in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, basically to assist in ensuring free and fair elections. ठीक है. Then is Operation Dignity. ठीक है. It is basically done to rescue adults including women need of care and protection who come in contact with railways like runaway. ठीक है. So this is basically to ensure that the woman in need and the person in need are basically taken care of. ठीक है. The next operation is Operation Rail Prahari. That means it is basically to find the suspects that is fleeing by train. ठीक है. The next news is National Highway Authority of India takes one vehicle, one FASTag initiative to enhance national highway experience. ठीक है. So why this one vehicle, one FASTag initiative was launched? Because earlier what people were doing, people were just using one FASTag for multiple vehicles, and there was many instances where they were using single FASTag, where they were using multiple FASTag for single vehicle. So to eliminate this practice, National Highway Authority has launched this initiative, one vehicle, one FASTag. ठीक है. This will basically discourage the use of single FASTag for multiple vehicles and linking of multiple FASTags to a particular vehicle. ठीक है. And basically you have to link the single FASTag to your single vehicle till NHAI has given you your time up to 31st January of 2024. After this, your FASTag will be deactivated or blacklisted. ठीक है. And you have to complete the KYC also of the FASTag before 31st January 2024. Now, what is FASTag? FASTag is basically a ठीक है. So basically FASTag is an electronic toll collection system, ठीक है, which uses the technology of radio frequency identification technology. You should remember this, the name of this technology. Now how this FASTag help? Basically it helps in collecting the toll while the vehicle is in motion. ठीक है, the vehicle is in motion and they are basically directly collecting the toll from the vehicle owner from their account. ठीक है, which is directly linked to the FASTag. So, ठीक है, it basically helps in saving the fuel and time also, because now you don't have to stay in the queue to just pay. You don't have to stay in the queue to pay your tolls. ठीक है, and from 2019 it was made mandatory and it is operated by National Highway Authority of India. ठीक है. Next is student signs village conclave was basically organized? It is basically an event of whom? It is basically an event of Indian International Science Festival that I discussed in the yesterday's class, and Student Science Village was celebrated at where? Faridabad, Haryana, and it is for the age of students from class, and it is for the students of class 8th to class 9th. ठीक है, basically this is done to generate some curiosity among students and so that they can also be a part of the India's science and development process. ठीक है, and the theme of the event was the future is science, inspiring tomorrow's science leaders. The theme is important, you should remember. ठीक है, now the sub theme. So now the sub-theme of the event was space exploration, pioneering solutions for a better world. You should remember the sub-theme also, because it can also be asked in the exam that the sub-theme of the event was space exploration, pioneering solutions for a better world. Okay? And the event was coordinated by Department of Science and Technology, National Innovation Foundation India and Vijnana Bharati. Okay? Now let's move to the next news. The next news says Science and Technology Media Communicator Conclave was held. It was hosted by whom? It was hosted by International Science Festival. Okay, where? At Faridabad, Haryana. Okay, basically this conclave wants to showcase the intricate relation between the science and the media has. Okay, and there was a panel discussion on the topic of significance of media in India's science, diplomacy and ways to enhance the representation, science and tech in media. Okay? So the next news is National Social Organizations and Institutions meet. So there was a meet of this. So there was a meet of this organization which was hosted by India International Science Festival at where? At Faridabad, Haryana. ठीक है, and it was organized by whom? National Innovation Foundations, DST State Division and Vibha Vani India. This is the important fact that you should remember. ठीक है, the focus of this meet was technological innovations for the grassroots development. Basically, this meet was conducted to basically to increase the reach of technological developments at the grassroots level, so that the people at the grassroots level can also take the advantage of technological developments in the country. Okay? Highlights was basically NSOIM declaration was adopted. Basically, it wants to foster collaboration in the field of innovation in science and technology. And there was a handbook launch with the name of Navomesh 2. Okay? And there was grassroots development models, and there was basically 15 outstanding grassroots development models were highlighted during this event. Okay? The next news is IISF 2023 presents the New Age Technology Show, because basically the show was held at where? At Faridabad, Haryana, and in this show there was a discussion on 5G and 6G communication, hands-on drone training and interactive talk on robotics. This news is not very much important. Just know that in this event there was a talk about all these things: 5G and 6G communication, drone training and interactive talk on robotics. Okay? Next is Prime Minister condoles demise of poet Munawwar Rana. So as Prime Minister has mentioned about someone, so we should know some basics about this person. So poet Munawwar Rana has made a significant contribution in Urdu literature. Okay? And he was born in 1952 in Rai Bareli, UP. Okay? And he was honored with which award? With Sahitya Academy Award for his poem. Which poem? For Shah Daba. This fact is very important. Okay? And He was also awarded with Mati Ratan Samman and Amir Khusro Award and Dr. Zakir Hussain Award. ठीक है, these are the few things that you have to remember in this news. Now the last news says Ladakh witnessed fast track development. So for the fast track development of Ladakh, Government of India has launch a special development package of rupees 50,000 crore. ठीक है, in this news you just have to remember this. There's a launch of special development package of 50 crore for which state of, for which UT of the country, that is Ladakh. ठीक है, and Government of India has also launched an action plan to make Ladakh carbon neutral. ठीक है, now comes the most important thing that you have to remember. ठीक है, so the Southeast Asia's first night sky sanctuary, that is Southeast Asia's first night sky sanctuary, will be at night sky reserves at Hanle village in eastern Ladakh. ठीक है, you have to remember this fact that Southeast Asia's first night sky sanctuary will be built at night sky reserves at Hanle village in eastern Ladakh. Now it is a part of which wildlife sanctuary of Ladakh? It is a part of Changthang Wildlife Sanctuary of Ladakh. This fact is very, very, very important. It can be asked in your phase 1 exam in 1 mark. ठीक है, and Department of Atomic Energy basically wants to set up a gamma irradiation technology at where? At Ladakh. ठीक है, ठीक है, that's it for the today's session. I hope you understood all of the news. So आज की न्यूज़ में कुछ ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन करने वाला नहीं था, आज का न्यूज़ थोड़ा टेक्निकल था, बट आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड ऑल द इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज़. ठीक है, आगे की न्यूज़ हम जल्दी जल्दी कवर कर लेंगे, डोंट वरी. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग अ पेशेंट लिसनर एंड वी विल मीट इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. थैंक यू सो मच.